Abusia Makwaba about POG Media. So na POG the more ni chia se etna area that is on my Ghana political stories in EP and I dey eba ababe somo nene e dey ni enso dey che nensem no mane e bo e dey ra e dey OSP e the officer and e via na any chia e press conference and also e be e dey fa e Ken Oforí ta e the case and also a one catch out also fa akwanya send na so also e de Ken Oforí ta eba e dey my Ghana na so also be face of my Ghana amamra no said the tie na said the fatana ne boni a allegedly amount for so e dey to no so ana say charges are dey abon na say kwadu no ono so ba betimi yi ne ho ano e wo o my Ghana ye court na we na ne nsemu no o de SML case enso ebebo edira in press conference in ma amanfo edi won komo say e kamia ko yese sa case ya ti dada na kamia ko yese OSP na nkasa na juma ono so no e kamia ko yese eni Akuffo de no ese ne science yewura John Dramani Mahama enso etimi age case Ken Oforí case no every nsem de ama de yoku so omo so enhwe na omo fa Ken Oforí embra o my Ghana abusia me yese bejebre ni aboy the rest of story with us.
Ken Oforí document docket nemra na twintwin chamo fema. It is since when ana docket ni ready since when na say na papa be ka asem we ana say se papa na mamu tuja ama the likes of otuda akon ne omo aka yantena kasafidie so anka ya adwan kyeremu a anka mu hunu. You are just wasting the taxpayers' money. And if I had my way, make good office, no. Now workers there on no. Ya try me go other ministries so. We cannot keep on wasting our monies like that. So far, I instituted the office of the special prosecutor. Just give me a candidate who is behind bars. And yet we still pay them. Look at the number of workers on the office of the special prosecutor. With no disrespect to you if we're a worker there. I know, say, unemployment, you need to get something out of your joblessness. If I'll call for a collapse of the office of the special prosecutor, of course, I'll be sensitive enough to add, say, other government agencies or other government ministries. So. But I don't see why we should keep that office and spend so much money. In any case, how different is it from the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO? How different is the Office of the Special Prosecutor job from Economic and Organized Crime Office? How different is it? Anywhere you look at it, corruption and corruption-related offenses, organized crime, in a way, if it has to do with fraud, whatever. How different is it? How different is it? National Investigation Bureau, formerly BNI, OSP, can they do it? Charlie, we don't waste money for the country. A lot of people need money for very, very important things, and we just push money in keeping offices in Ghana. It's a waste of everybody's time. Look, I respect you as a lawyer. You may be seasoned. I respect office. At least me senior Krugum, so I'm careful when I'm talking about such matters near there. But I think it's a total waste of our time. 2 hours now, 1 hour, 50 something minutes, just repetition, repertoire. I don't a musician. Who doesn't know the SML story? Who doesn't know? Nya okay yet to say it could be a CIA and Akuffo or charge you with corruption and corruption-related offenses. Only park we want me at say a Juma Crampa, your contract you woman, now many experience. They fell on one West Blue company. West Blue no crampo any GRE, any contract. And yet many go so call so at a point Ken Oforí after West Blue when West Blue fell out. Or down say making sure say microphone be adwuma. And SML any experience na they realize say now they can fall off. Meanwhile, the needed tools are be adwuma so no many be. All these things have been established. It's in a crack run say. Me, I'm not interested in brofu and legal jargon. I am interested in practicality. Arrest Akroma and Okroma. America for here, there. They come take our people as slaves, and when we need our own from America, what is taking us forever? What kind of joke comedy is that? You see, this country, because if we run a country like this, I'm sorry, there's no future. I'm sorry. No. Maybe it's not my tongue crew, na machiche, ubian baby a percocotra. What kind of aggro is that? It's the Sia Nkrofoya. When was the last time a power back actually say Ken Oforiatta has been on the red alert of the Interpol? When? So many weeks ago, even a month ago. It is our time now doing the red alerts. Friend fugitive, no. Now say Onyan factor na. I find and the foreign partners, no. I'm a factor na. It on what basis? On what factual account? I know the papa too. A red alert of the Interpol. On what basis? And he called him a fugitive. And Kwame, Adia Bakure Hunukran say, who's the Shemua? GR crap as well, say, Sasa Mary Croma, Jumaka. And yes, who more cran say, we KPMG report now. Based on your papa, KPMG crampo any OSP crab boy black. First one, let's say, SML just said they had certain failures, but at a point, to me, Jumaka. I am perceiving, say, send your way, I could cry with some. I'm telling you, mark today's date. Mark today's date. Because KPMG is a reputable company, audit firm. Because was it 2012 election? So many more year Juma. What? It was KPMG. So KPMG is one of the most reputable companies we have in our country. It in a some Casé same way. Now we are 1.4 billion for less job done. Near Tianum like how? My main microphone now boom dino. Huh? Or say Ken Oforiatta. These are people I are charging them with corruption and corruption related offenses. Ken Oforiatta. Now, but you're streaming live on Facebook. You're streaming live on Facebook. Oba, what do you feel about Casé Jabin? Me, I don't feel good about him. I'm telling you. You know, I don't know how to hide my feelings. I'm not a coward journalist. Anna, me journalists are like me pressing. Me cannot crash now. Yeah, many can Oforiatta and come free because I am perceiving like Casé Jabin here. Casé wa beken. Wa here na akwen the last day of job war. Menam catch it. And Mr. President, woman yen eni mebu hon ma ye kaya no act fast am I. What do I say? Eni men kwe ye okrom o mani nje sa economy ni dia wo hye but corruption related cases in aka and we know you deliver but certain element bebo am we deliver no so am delay wa get them out Mr. President, get them out. Eti Ken Oforiatta is here and you are charging no one Akroma Emmanuel Kofinti ono na oye former GRA boss oni free ono na Reverend Amishadai by Reverend Amishadai so sa ono so ya charge no Isaac Crentel ana SML boss na nkasa ana Kwame o boss Ken Okwadwo damwa sa ona kwadu ko soja no Kwame kwa cha danfo pa na Kwame we de ye na friend ono so ya charge no enti no it's not about the charges so me say the crack the saying I'm in and you see it doesn't matter how learned your attorney general is. Look, one of the most learned and experienced intelligent attorney generals I bet manya we say ayene Dominic Ayene. He's such a very learned man, but sometimes he's like a dassic attitude no ehame. Or yeah, also a watertight. Look, to tell me you have a watertight evidence means and ferment me fast evidence in time. So what are you waiting for, sir? Go to the court and get justice for our country. Go to the court, get justice for our country. Minti, minya lawyer until I'm konso yechi. Yeah? And to say we are lawyer. No what you to this attorney general, you gotta act it. I respect whatever you're doing. I understand, sir, it must take process. I must take say you must be meticulous. So about Tobo, no one just certain evidences and send where Juma. All kind of is that Charlie. Very well. Maybe or minor. Maybe we'll have a different way of seeing things. But maybe that's just the good news reported. Say, but look how good is it? Because then what I say on the parkono, you have charged him for corruption and corruption related offenses. Only it's not about charging Ken Oforiatta in here. Yes, if I Ken Oforiatta break room, that is what we're talking about. What took your partners in America so long to validate, and yet how many power had more? Then you quickly validate. Huh? I just say yankase chromophobia from America baha near home as a country 3 hours then we go and sign extradition order and validation order. And yet, it takes them forever to release. Are we not a sovereign nation?
Me too. Obi Hwan mu da ben say. O say that no mo international corrupt program no Parliament House and conference center no. Is Casé di kisi ajabe ba no. Yes, machine. You find one machine. You car machine.
So what is the connection? Connection.
Oh no, budget. Oh no, budget no one. Budget na you come special prosecutor.
So what are you insinuating?
Pepe sikadin kwa no modi.
Oh.
Amon timin butterfly. On timin fa mosquito court. They are reprimanding the partner. Ana ya jail the partner. Ana ya retrieve anything. Hey, that be a bro.
Thank you, Chairman.
West of taxpayers' money.
One, but okay. Baby did demonstration. And
against special president.
Yeah, he must go.
Hashtag.
We will lead that demonstration.
Hashtag. Kisi Gabe must go.
Kisi Ejabe
must go.
And almost scrap office now.
And
my memory Ora appear so.
Yes, sir.
Akroma.
Yes. Second time, but first day I'm saying.
Sound like huge media, yeah, make sure you drop a line. So also subscribe to a POG Political Media there, and you always see a lot about Ghana authentic political headlines and updates are a POG personal sabeti makabi now so who the echo and the airban in na make sure so subscribe here drop a subscription now I share with me so abo e there the comment section or now so wait me edin komo e there fa e huge media una ensema I just say e otu da ko e di 2 January kamia ko yes e crime a king of Riata allegedly on also it's me a committee no a organized crime and also a Addo Akuffo no and so a young juma pa in the sanity on also to you mono John Dramani Mahama NJ a office no and I say on just OSP Jumano and Fama a year the Yoko a year Akachi and I say Yoko a year boys no a year Domilevo and a year Raymond no also intimate Sergio and Famo my Ghana.
Oko baby. See, no one to them. Doc never to them. Doc never to them. Yeah. Me also kana.
Chairman, and you have number one problem and live show.
Live show.
As a need divine. See the uncle.
Dana me dase. Na ma me fanchi akase ma me penyin the Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Minister for Government Communication. Na menchia the MP for Ablekuma Central Constituency, the Honorable Abdul Latif Dan. Nana Beka say the office of the special prosecutor no. Ubisamia Beka say the foundation for its establishment it was flawed. Na metrim because say you Attorney General and a Minister of Justice. Now you were other investigative bodies like the police CID or more prosecutors. You were EOCO office. Yes, also was Shraj. Any other agencies, one case was Nana BNI, former BNI, and now NIB. All these are agencies are almost investigation. Some face challenges are almost too many AG collaborate to be able to prosecute people like this say almost the abansika and I say almost for buying properties. And to me no, Ubisamia. The setting up of the OSP office no now an agenda by Addo to be able to go after NDC party officials. Now again say NDC for this car into no setting up office via will target them. And to be sure, me did say at a point in time now Martin Amidu he was a disgruntled member of the NDC. At a point. And Nana will say se me fasa nimpa we ya obeko against the NDC members obe arrest omo he will prosecute them yenyina enim in some CC ya Yera Martin or resigning here as first special prosecutor I the mark isi ejabin enteme no me did say ejuma yefa AG yefa the deputy or a whole lot of office logistics personnel. He can do the work because you see Nana, why would we create a different office? No, I investigation a way na AG akoje na that person will prosecuted. You see, there were a lot of developmental problems in Ghana. Many are saying we share the logistics for the OSP officer. Me say you bet to me they strengthen the AG office. Say who say or lack some kind of logistics via own to main prosecutor. Why don't we strengthen that office rather than to go and create a different office? And for me, you know, beside me the character of Kissi Jabian, me who say oh yeah, a very crafty person. Because yes, okay, binana, there are people who work in his office. I agree with you perfectly. Say the office of the OSP must be collapsed immediately without delay. As I say, menfa only 3 issues are what touch on. Yenfa, for example, is the part issues. No, yenfa Christmas tree issue. Yera adomochri edano. Yenfa yera Ken issues we. The only thing we see is he comes out and blow hot air. Obe press conference. Yebechi nimpa say. Yebechi we. But in the end, we say Oba out forcefully. Now the issues now calms down. Now kwe say Oshasiye but we. Many say ye creative office say me say oh prosecute here. What Ghanaians want to see, they say what prosecute you be. We rieska ya giska no. Ye ntinya njimpo ya jeli sa nimpa no. Na obi a owosa intention to steal no. We sure. But almost all the cases are out. High profile cases no. Si echi nimpa ni wie na onya bail na nimpa ni nam ho free. So for example, Paul Adomochi case he say Akwasi saying that is a question. Omane ko tena office for so many hours.
Na Paul the end there, yen cases say yen nyina TV.
Yes.
So sick na nanum be free. Now, if indeed it is the point, how do you create or have such an independent or so-called body? Now, influence. No.
Nana, that office.
Or the 100,000 Akoto Christmas tree.
Thank you.
So, or him be afraid.
Even if, which I don't agree, if you are maintaining this particular officer, Kissi Jabian to me, he lacks the intelligence to be able to handle that particular office. Me see a press conference, you know, Casé who say
intelligence he may have, but what should that?
Thank you. I want to say he is only majoring in the minors. You see, before he ended the press conference, Casé said, "Onim Dr. Ayini, na down for power or try na there. Time na Ayini is sitting down Accra for the first time, no, or a foreman. And all these things are unnecessary.
We don't need that.
We don't need that.
No.
Akaki, we don't need that.
No, in communication, and those lawyers, they put it under the bracket of critical thinking and practical reasoning.
Thank you.
It is called appeal to pity. Appeal to pity. You think say
yes,
he's rallying the emotions of the masses.
Nana, appealing to pity is completely. It's a fallacy.
It's fallacy.
People like you and myself, we can read in between the lines.
How many can?
That's why we are doing the advocacy here. Because here, someone Kayini will say, I can see myself in him. He can't see himself in me. All those things are frivolous issues. And now what I'll say is that we are appealing to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The office of the OSP, it has outlived its purpose.
I'm not sure, I don't know what the act says.
You see, it will go through. Those who are in the legal realm will educate us. It will go through a process. Nobody in office is absolute. Regardless of security of tenure, you can be removed through a process. Yes. And what I was saying is the reasons for we bringing Kissi Jabian as OSP, I think he has not lived to expectation. And it's about time I will say to me, if you're then about to be able to prosecute people, to retrieve monies for the country, on to me, yes, he has no business.
I know the budget every year. If you be the budget, the budget goes and they spend it.
He spends the funds.
Yes. So you should give a result.
So Kissi Jabian
is proven by the Auditor General report. But since some of these things, if we cannot prove it,
no. I'm saying that the budget that we give to special prosecutor office of the special prosecutor. I don't know.
So what the judging based on
the output? Yes.
So if you spend the money, you must give us result.
Okay, we can say that Sikana Edemano no. El say who esum faswo.
San meka.
Say who esum faswo there. Now it is as good as waste.
And the aircraft uchi na ma.
And me say
yes sir, obenya lawsuit.
Budget now call the office no.
Yes.
They are spending it.
You see,
if we pay pay them, they must work for us.
Thank you. Now, make I say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Say, me buying in the party NDC. You say, yeah, the oral ba. Now all the loot among for we want to recover. The OSP office, office beer, and Casé boy Juma. Operation recover all loot no be Juma ye. But at this particular point in time, no, you who say OSP office no sabi emwa. Tell me you say kikan no, minister more through budgetary allocation. You who output via into our appeal to our party hierarchy, to His Excellency say, see there, OSP office no, it has become like a white elephant, a minister, but the results is not being seen. Until I believe say, in the coming days, the government should be able to review the work of the OSP. Now you who say sika komuno and corresponding with output our appeal to the president. Young collapse office no with immediate effect.
Anything I hear parliamentary approval, you have to test.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to test. So if it's anything that must go through parliament, because PPA a year okay. Not just say SML for no no. Sir, contract no year apart from say so source no. And call parliament for approval. It was without parliamentary approval. So if you have established all these things, sir,
assemble kwa OSP so kan ya me gidi say a money argument wey na flawed ne say o started to bring Ken Japan Furata down. Now nya o fact na nwie. Enti nya o fact na nwie ya. Den ti na be pre ho say on free abrochi embra Ghana. And at this point in time, no, I can say he's only buying time. And or the adwin e diagro. And our appeal once again say anything it takes for us to go through the process legally to remove OSP Kisej Abine there. I was about to be here immediately.
No, I'll still come back to you live. Accra 100.5 FM Citizen Shows. Yeah, we wait to me joining. My who's a messages be brother making can be amamo surely or separate here or say I don't need animals without sense. Hey, no, be any, I don't know. And the one else, also no too, you know, your president is a lesson one. Wait for an action. Okay, but like we said, we are here to educate. Until we are not president current me, you know, and until that can be some kind of tenor of office, name security of office. If you are not to say a Supreme Court judge there, then I'm sure it will go through a certain process. Okay, Comfort Jagbly, Nana, good evening, please. How far with the MP of Bonkata Manso? Okay, so no sooner message. Also, the OSP was established by Akuffo to go after former NDC appointees and not to fight corruption because the MPP government itself was corrupt very well. Ben Buafo, also not this guy. It's making sense very well. Paul Ameneso just say NDC is better than MPP. Francis Oseya Akuffo said he will protect the public press, but failed to do so. Mami Owusua, the OSP must be closed down. It's a waste of our taxpayers' money. The president must act now. Mami can free and come home. Now you need come okay, I've done this already. Let's do this. Yakini Kadiri. Or see OSP is not on top of issues. He should be sacked immediately after he came live with nothing. It's a long message that Mami thinks so because of time. And finally, let me do this. Wofaki says good afternoon. Kuda also too. I don't blame them. I blame the man that we have. Don't very well. So near ono so air canon Mami could divine in Akroma. Or no and same way follow pa na ono so yenti na num sen. Minia
Nana
really the wani madija.
Michia o.
Mejo so ya.
Michia tie fo so.
Wonders.
Ana michia mpanyifo so ya hia wa hase.
So
but as it so coming when I bought at Radio Media, say POG Media, the about Ghana authentic political headlines and the updates are a POG Media so pronounce I me akabi now echo and the urban in an American so subscribe to a POG Media and the also about your post subscription. Now I share no for us so answer so etimi akabi betimi so about in the comment section or now so waiting me edin komo at the Radio Media. But that's it so jebre na ka POG me be share.